What's up, Gator Nation? Today we're gonna go ahead and cover a little deeper dive into the defensive line recruiting options that remain for Florida, and I'm gonna leave you highlights of two of them. One is defensive lineman 3-star Preston Carey, and the other one is defensive lineman 4-star Baldwin Sony. But first, I'm going to go ahead and read you an article that it is titled "A Deep Dive into Florida Gator Defensive Line Recruiting Options." Give me a second, guys.
Gators on the field, hear the crowd go wild. Defense locking in, no time for denial. College game day, feel the energy rise.
A deep dive into Florida Gator defensive line recruiting options. It has been a rough time recruiting the defensive line for the Florida Gators. They've been beating out multiple top tier prospect targets, while they have either put themselves in the driver's seats or within range of being in pole position. They just have not been able to cross the finish line. After missing out on Parker, Alabama 4-star defensive lineman Bodney Cleveland on Saturday, it has once again left the Gators shifting their focus this summer to the next best prospect, but there are a few early standouts. Realistic options. While nothing is guaranteed in the recruiting industry, the Gators have put themselves in a great position with Blue Ridge School, Virginia 4-star defensive lineman Baldwin Sony. He has visited the Gators many times and has them with his top 8 schools. He recently took a midweek official visit to the school as well, giving the Gators a boost in his recruitment. After his visit, he received a prediction from on-threes Josh McLewiston to land in the Gators 2026 class. However, Sony will be wrapping up a visit to Georgia on Sunday, which could make Georgia the biggest threat for the Gators. He also took a visit to Nebraska last weekend to make things interesting. Another weekend, another slate of official visits will be making their way through Athens. The slate is more a party of 5 than I-285, though. 4-star targets Jay Lamar and Baldwin Sony are two of the biggest names among the weekend's OBs. So he visited Georgia this past weekend. The next best thing at defensive line would be IMG Academy 3-star Preston Carey. He took a visit to Gainesville on the first weekend of June and has them in the top 7 that consist of Georgia, Ohio State, Auburn, Florida, Rutgers, Alabama, and USC. He also has a commitment date for June 30th. And I'll post up the picture of the commitment day poster of Preston. Carey told Swamp 24/7 that after his time with the Gators that they're in a very good spot. 2 options on board trending elsewhere. The motto is always never say never, especially with how the recruiting world has shifted since the introduction of NIL. Still though, recruits who can be considered long shots for Florida, that includes 4-star defensive lineman Kendall Gerbil and James Johnson. Gerbil had an official visit with Florida last weekend and did a great job in their efforts while he was on campus. He posted after the visit on X saying, "Had an amazing time at the Swamp." But now it looks, and I believe Gerbil's going to choose Texas, in my opinion. However, he's been in Austin, Texas this weekend, taking an official visit with the Longhorns, and set a commitment date during the trip, which is never a good sign for any team fighting to land it. As for James Johnson, it has been long been viewed as a Miami UGA battle, but Texas has also entered the race now. The Longhorns were able to get him on campus this weekend for an official visit, making things interesting. Florida did get him on campus last weekend, but doesn't seem like they moved the needle enough on his recruitment to be deemed a threat to any of the previous mentioned schools. Who the Gators have in class? The Gators have in class Raylan McCoy and Jameer Perez, which he's going to take other visits. This could soon change, though Perez recently visited the in-state Ohio State Buckeyes. There's buzz about him flipping his verbal commitment since he took this trip, and it only intensified with him having pictures of his visit with the Buckeyes on his social media page. Nonetheless, while they could miss out on Cleveland, Gerbil, and Johnson and Perez, the Gators will undoubtedly play the long game with all of them. They did it last year with the late recruiting surge just a couple weeks before early signing day, and could ultimately do it again with a strong 2025 campaign. Alright guys, there you go on this article. Defensive line is key for this team because they have a couple seniors that are going to depart to the NFL after this season, and if Billy Napier and company want to continue building it, if they stick around, which I hope they do, because I have them going to the playoffs at either 10-2 or 9-3 with DJ Lagway and company. If they have that type of season, they'll stick around, but they need to continue to build the trenches. Trenches is key to winning a national championship and a championship in football. Anyways, but let me leave me your thoughts down below, and like always, I'd like to hear from you guys what you think of the defensive line issues that they're having recruiting people, and let me know what you think of the highlights of the two prospects I'll be putting in this video. Like always, stay positive, stay on your grind, and go Gators.